And then there were four. Apat na lang sila na natitira. And welcome to the semifinals. Yes, semifinals na po tayo ng 16th Filoil EcoOil PreSeason Cup. And we're back here dito sa venue of the same name here in San Juan. Ang ating mga games, University of Perpetual Health System, DALTA Altas laban sa University of the Philippines Fighting Maroons. And then ang second game natin, ang De La Salle University Green Archers will take on the challenge of the National University Bulldogs. Welcome everybody. Benji Santiago, kasama ko rito si Coach Mike Perez. Arlov De Jesus will join us from courtside a little later on. Apat na lang and 2 crucial playing days na lang tayo, Coach Mike.
Yeah, papalapit na tayo sa ating finals kung saan we wanna find out who's gonna win eventually this season's championship.
Ayun nga, naisabi na natin, yung dalawang scheduled games natin na napaka-importante. Basically, ang mananalo, yun ang papasok sa finals. Yung matatalo naman, maglalaro pa rin this coming Wednesday dahil meron pa tayong battle for third. And as we take a look at the picture of how it went on and the matchup that we have here in the semifinals. Ang University of Perpetual Health System, DALTA Altas, laban nga sa University of the Philippines Fighting Maroons. We're expecting a great crowd to show up dito sa ating venue for our first game and so also for our second game. Eto, UP versus UP, Coach Mike.
Yep, UP versus UP, and they got here by itong Perpetual 7-2 in the eliminations. They ended up with number 1. Had to wait for FEU, had to win over Jose Maria College in the play-in before they got into the quarterfinals and the semifinals eventually.
Yes, that's right. Yun ang pinanggalingan. Samantala, ito namang University of the Philippines on your screens right now. Dumaan ito in the quarterfinals to beat itong Lyceum of the Philippines University Pirates. Yun nga yung binabanggit mo para dito sa Perpetual. It was a close game, ha?
Yep.
How they got here in the semifinals, laban yan sa FEU. Nakalusot sila and it's the only remaining NCAA team dito sa ating Final Four.
Yep.
All right, so I think we're just about getting all set and ready para i-turn you over sa ating venue announcer kay Ryan. Perpetual versus UP. Go, Ryan!
Good afternoon, basketball fans. Live from the Fill EcoOil Centre in San Juan City. Day 27 of competition of your 16th Filoil EcoOil PreSeason Cup. This is the knockout semi-finals. Before we start the first five, may we request both coaches, Coach Goldwyn Monteverde and Coach Mike Sagigit, to please come with Commissioner Joel Lipa for final instructions. And also the referees in charge. We'll have first the meeting with the coaches, Coach Goldwyn and Coach Mike Sagigit. Let us now meet the starters for both teams. First, for the University of the Philippines Fighting Maroons. Ball forward number 18, Harold Alarcon. Power forward number 21, Luis Pablo. Center number 0, Malik Diaz. Point guard number 12, JD Nabulaga. And shooting guard number 27, CJ Mancino. Their coach is Mr. Goldwyn Monteverde. And now let's give it up for your Perpetual Altas. Small forward number 8, now running man, Christian Pagalan. Power forward number 14, John Abbas. Center number 21, Jericho Nunez. Point guard number 86, Agustin Juna. And shooting guard number 0, June Roque. Their coach is Mr. Mike Sadie. Global in charge of this semifinal match is Luchi Anthony Roque. Here's our fire.
There you go, our starters. Yan po, sila magpapasimula. Itong ating semifinals between these two teams. It's going to be very, very interesting to cover this ball game and for you to take notice of, get your attentions on this ball game, and so is the next. And let's find out. They are not in one game closer to getting into the finals para sa ating Filoil EcoOil PreSeason Cup. Welcome po muli, Benji Santiago with Coach Mike Perez. Arlov De Jesus at courtside. We'll hear from her later. And it's UP, it's University of the Philippines getting the first possession here in this semifinals game.
Well, very interesting yung starting five ng both teams. Well, obviously UP wanting to close out this today and to advance into the finals. Very strong first five here for UP. Samantalang in Perpetual naman, more on rebounds ang tinitingnan nila, Benji.
Well, how do you like that? Hindi man lang nakaayos ng attempt ng UP. Over at the other end, they come up with a shot block. Malik Diaz getting active right away on defense.
And clearly dito si Coach Mike Sagigit, alam niya yung height and rebounding advantage nitong UP. Kaya sinitura si Abis at si Nunez, yung top 3 rebounding bigs niya on the floor starting this game.
There you go. The presence of Malik Diaz inside has just made Perpetual change their shot. Diaz, drop pass inside. Luis Pablo is fouled. And he's going to be the one to have the chance to get the first point or points ng ating semifinals game na ito.
Yeah, very potent itong combination ni Malik Diaz and Luis Pablo. Luis Pablo is gonna learn a lot from Malik Diaz, especially in big games like this. And while on Perpetual naman, you know, that's one thing they got to be able to solve, to be able to make the control sa glass at saka sa paint. In their game against FEU, they gave up 40 points in the paints, leading up to 19 second chance points.
In a Perpetual, the only surviving NCAA team to land in the top 4. And how they managed to do it, just a 1-point win laban sa Far Eastern University. My goodness. Pero ito, wala pa rin tayong puntos, Coach Mike.
Yep.
This jumper still doesn't go for Nitura. It's Perpetual who will keep possession. Taking a look at Abis.
So ngayon naka-ride sa shoulders ng Perpetual yung pride ng NCAA to be able to represent in this final 4 teams here.
In the meantime, a steal para sa UP. Ito na, may basket na tayo rito. Harold Alarcon delivers the first 2 points.
That's the thing with UP. They force you into turnovers, which they turn immediately into fast break. Very potent, especially in guards ng UP Fighting Maroons.
And that was indeed a nice pass by CJ Cancino to set up Harold Alarcon getting the first 2 points here in the first quarter.
Alarcon is actually the second leading scorer for UP, averaging 12 per game, second only to Malik Diaz with 14.
And not only that, I do believe the last 2 or 3 games on UP, Harold Alarcon was really the guy they were going to and making those baskets for them as JD Cagulangan floats one up, doesn't get it, but gets the ball back. CJ from the outside, in and out, another offensive rebound. Harold Alarcon with a turn. So he's got 4 points right away.
And again, yung sequence na yun, ano ba ang sinasabi natin na kailangan trabahuin ng Perpetual? Points in the paint and rebounds. Right time around, ang daming attempts para sa UP before that basket by Alarcon.
Yes, samantala dito naman sa Perpetual, sino ang una makakapag-produce sa kanila ng basket ng puntos here?
Boy, look at that suffocating defense by the Fighting Maroons.
It just said it right, suffocating. Walang decent attempt. And here's Malik Diop. It's now 6-0 in favor of UP.
Well, everything's been going the way of the UP Fighting Maroons. Parang just taking off from their last game against Lyceum, where they got 52 rebounds leading up to 28 fast break points. And here we go again.
Malik Diop claiming he was fouled, but his coaches are telling him, go down on defense. Eto na, first basket. And a delivery by Christian Pagaran, and it's a three-pointer, a much-needed basket para sa Perpetual.
Ay, matama ka doon, Benji. That's a much-needed basket for Perpetual. Well, number one, they shot only, 21% in their last game, making 7 makes out of their attempts from threes. And if they put that up higher, I guess they'll be a little bit more competitive against the Fighting Maroons. Kasi ibig sabihin nun, hindi makakatakbo kagad ang Fighting Maroons since it's a basket.
Christian Pagaran gets the first basket, picks up the first foul. In the meantime, underneath, another offensive rebound here for UP. And this is Aldous Torculas, who's been given a chance to shoot 2 free throws.
And ito si Turcolas, just like si Briones, is actually one of the, I guess, utility guys for Coach Goldwyn. Na every time you bring them out of the bench, they would contribute in any which way. Steals, fast break, deflections, rebounds. You know, they get in the paint and hindi natatakot makipagbanggaan ito, mga players na ito.
And Turculas making both free throws. They're up by 5 right now. 8-3. So adjustment at the part and change of personnel para rito sa panig ng Perpetual. First period of action.
And that press continues. That press continues para dito sa UP.
Only one field goal made by Perpetual. And who's going to be coming up with some more para sa Perpetual? Let's see. And that's one, Nunez.
There you go.
So Jericho Nunez over Malik Diop that time.
Yeah, they're gonna need those perimeter jumpers to go in.
JD Kagulangan knows he's going to be fouled as soon as he tried to drive. Oh, pero no shooting foul. Abisa natawagan ng foul. JD, how about this three? It's a miss. Another possession para rito sa UP. CJ just missed it. Malik is fouled.
Oh, look at that. 4 attempts in 1 go para dito sa Fighting Maroons. And really Perpetual just having some challenges controlling the glass right now.
Grabe, 9 rebounds for UP. Those are so many possessions that they can have.
Right.
And right now, Malik Diop makes the first free throw. Coach Goldwyn beside him, Coach Christian Lewanson. And Diop, 1 of 2. They almost had it again. Torculas was right there in the middle of the action for that rebound.
Buti na nga rin lang at medyo mababa pa percentage ngayon ng UP. At least nakakadikit pa itong Perpetual right now.
Diop, 1 and done for Perpetual here. JD, alley-oop for Aldous Torculas. Highlight play for UP here in the first period.
They don't just dominate you defensively, kundi the flashiness of how they score offensively is just really very entertaining here for the Fighting Maroons.
And that's what I call impact points.
Yeah. Yung minsan 2 points lang. I see this beautiful alley-oop play here for Turkulas and just spreading that floor and running down and making that defense collapse and unable to catch up.
You would think JD Cagulangan most probably okay lang yung ganun
Yeah.
If that was Malik Dio.
Yeah.
Pero he trust etong si Aldo Sorculas to make that same kind of a great play.
And the switching defense of UP really posing some problems para sa Perpetual. As any one of them can actually switch on anyone. Especially with Malik Diouf now on the bench.
Sean Alter is in the game right now when he commits his first foul, and it's a shooting foul. So John Abis will be shooting 2 free throws. A chance for him to get into the scoreboard, getting the first free throw. You can see the time remaining, 5 minutes and 20. How about the shooting percentage? 33% for UP, for Perpetual 22%, and split charities for John Abis. And UP with the basketball, they lead by 5. Three-pointer, JD Cagulangan offline. They almost had it again, but it's going to go the other way. Alter with the last touch.
Right now, Perpetual kind of like daring JD Cagulangan to take those threes from the outside. That time, Jello just challenging last second on that attempt.
And dadami nga naman yung kanilang options offensively.
Right.
Pagka pumasok pa yung mga outside shots nila.
Yeah, kumbaga, they'd rather take the three kesa ipasok mo sa loob kasi dun kami nahihirapan pag nasa paint yung attack ninyo eh. Oh wow, look at the defense.
Grabe. Sasabi ko nga, no decent attempt as Alter off the bench, getting his first 2 points in the game, extends their lead right now to 7, 13-6.
6 fast break points so far para dito sa UP.
Samantala, Boral gets himself involved. It's JP Boral getting his first 2 for Perpetual. A risky pass. Try again.
Well, offensive boards once again coming into play. But the thing, it's easier said than done na kailangang i-box out mo kung sino yung tumira once that ball gets up. But really very active kasi itong mga players ng UP when that shot is taken offensively for them.
And we saw the athletic ability earlier.
Yep.
Dito si Aldous Turculas with an alley-oop play galing kay JD Cagulangan. So he knows, might have the advantage when it comes to grabbing that ball on the rebound.
Yeah, and then you look at the numbers now, UP actually has more offensive rebounds than defensive rebounds, 7 versus 5 of their total rebounds. And it gives you a second attempt, second chance points, di ba? Now, if you control the defensive boards, bibigyan ka naman ng fast break on the other end. So the shooting percentage of Perpetual has to be really good para hindi makatakbo out in the open, especially on live turnovers itong UP.
UP by 6. Look at Perpetual. Have to struggle just to cross the timeline. The stop and pop move, nothing there. Alter is going to be fouled underneath.
Well, that time Rocket tried to battle it out for that offensive board, tried to steal it away from Alter, but he got caught with the hand in the cookie jar as he did.
Ferreras enters the game. Also a key player for Coach Mike Sagigit and Perpetual. As Sean Alter taking free throws right now.
Yeah.
So he's got 3 as he makes the first.
Yeah. And Coach Mike inserting in Ferreras tells us na kailangan pa niya ng point scorer para sa team nila. He's actually the 3rd leading scorer for Perpetual at 8.7 per game. So ganun kahirap yung point production para sa Perpetual. Imagine only one player averaging double digits points per game, and that's Anthony Roque. Arthur Roque, rather.
Who still has yet to make a basket here
exactly.
for Perpetual. Shot clock winding down. Oh, how about that three-pointer? Naghahanap pa ng foul. Why not na naman?
That was actually a good setup there by Perpetual. Jello Razon had the option to either reject that screen and go for that layup, but since that defense sagged, he just took that three, and he needs to see that ball go through the net.
Let's see. That's the third three-pointer by Perpetual. The 3 of 5, nothing yet coming from UP. And here they come, Perpetual. Baka magising sila doon sa press na yun ni Jello Razon kanina. This time it's a miss. And ball goes out. It will go the other way.
And boy, you like the fight in here. Nitong si Ferreira trying to steal that rebound against the bigs of UP. And more bigs here coming in for UP.
Chico Briones and Francis Lopez just checked in para sa Fighting Maroons.
How about the development itong si Francis Lopez, no, Benji? I mean, game and game, talagang nagpo-progress siya dito sa ating season ng Filoil.
And he's really a player to watch out for, especially pag resume ng new season ng UAAP. Perpetual being bothered by so many calls not going their way, especially when it comes to last touch or something like that.
Pero ako, if I'm Coach Mike Sagigit, I'm happy with that defensive stop kasi at least nakakakuha sila ng deflection, hindi diretsong pasa lang inside the paint.
Chico Briones, catch and shoot.
But you gotta,
ayoko na uli.
but you gotta be able to react quickly, no? On those movements and close out.
Another shot from the outside, but those are the decent shots being given to Perpetual by UP here in the first quarter. Tumira ka na lang dyan sa malayo.
Yeah, pero ang ano kasi dun is that parang it appears that they're hurrying their shots from beyond. I think the only one who made an unhurried three is, if I recall correctly, si Jello Razon.
Too early to push the panic button para sa Perpetual. First quarter pa lamang tayo.
Right, and they're down, what, just 3 possession game? It's really close.
In the meantime,
There you go.
So JP Boral knocks down his second basket here in the first period. Approaching the final 2 minutes. Francis Lopez bursting with his speed. And picks up a foul from Perpetual that will send him to the line for 2 free throws.
Well, that's one thing really that Francis Lopez has developed as he goes on with his stint here in UP. Being able to go left and finishing with the left hand. Dati predominantly puro kanan ang finish niyan eh. But ngayon, you know, he's able to finish with the left hand. And in some of the games, you'd even see him drop step going middle to finish with the right hand. So a variety of point of attack na dine-develop dito ni Francis Lopez. And sometimes we see him hitting from the outside as well.
Yes, nag-eksperimento rin siya nun. Ano? So he's trying to vary what he can do on the floor. UP now by 7. They led by as much as 8. Look at this problem just across the timeline. And John Felicilda forcing a turnover against Perpetual.
Yeah, when you talk about John Felicilda, he is actually the #1 guy when it comes to steal for UP, averaging 2 per game. And he's just all over the leaders of the stat sheet. Also leads in assists for his team.
Chico Briones missing a 3-pointer here. Look at Francis Lopez breaking up the play. Ball will stay para sa Perpetual. Remember, this is the semifinals. Winner will move to the finals. Loser will still play in a battle for third. That's going to be this coming Wednesday.
Oh, there you go.
So John Abis with his first field goal naman in this ball game.
Yeah, they'll need that from John Abis. I mean, that's really where he's scoring most of his points from too.
In the meantime, Raylan Torres missing the drive. And how about this floater for Joey Barcuma for his first basket.
It sure was a good finish right there by Barcuma, getting that floater in front of Felicilda.
This is what you can admire from Perpetual. Kanina, akala mo lalayo na, pero eto nga, yung recovery nila.
Right. Very resilient, you know, tough-minded. They're battling it out against UP.
Yes, they're just down by 3 right now. They just threw the ball away.
Yep. They wanted to go slot exchange there from the top, pero miscommunication and just turned that ball over.
And a very good percentage when it comes to close ball games, di ba?
Exactly.
Lahat halos ganun ang pinanggalingan ito Perpetual.
Right. That now is the 5th turnover incurred by Perpetual against 2 for UP.
John Felicilda in and out. Ball decides to go out of that runner. And here's that chance for Perpetual. Tie or maybe even closer.
John is gonna get this on the pinch post.
2-for-1 pa nga ito para sa Perpetual.
Correct. Oh, dangerous pass.
The banking shot, that goes in.
Perpetual actually doing a good job of closing the quarter here. They're down only by 1.
Oscarlo Pereras with his first basket. Francis Lopez unable. Rebound battle here. Perpetual, bad save. Felicilda controls right now. Going for the last shot.
Yeah.
On UP. Imagine from a high of 8, they're just protecting a 1-point lead. Raylan offline. Well, this is the semifinals. What else do you expect? We really are actually looking forward to some really exciting ball games. Una pa lamang ito, and we have 2 games for all of you here in the semis. For a little while, we thought UP had it controlled, and then finally the recovery for Perpetual and getting them back into this ball game. They heat it up, and all of a sudden, this is a close one. UP just by a point at the end of the first.
You are still watching the Filoil EcoOil Cup. I'm Marla Best, News Reports. I reported this afternoon. The UP Fighting Maroons won against the UP Fighting last Thursday. Coach Owen said that he is very happy lalo na raw yung experience ng mga players kasi yun daw importante at yun ang kailangan nila as a team. He knows confident in the team. Sila every after game, he step harder. Kaya naman they are unbreakable. He also added that every game nakita niya na hindi daw isa o dalawang naging but all these players and with that sana magtuloy-tuloy daw ang padala nila this upcoming season. So rest assured that the UP Fighting Maroons will not lose their focus and fight until the end clock hits 0-0. So now back to the panel.
Well, how do you like that? At the end of the first quarter, UP just shooting 26%, and what a climb for Perpetual to up it to 44%. And here's a 3-pointer. Carlo Pereras.
A stop and pop 3 with that reach from behind by, was that Alter who committed that foul?
And don't look now, it's Perpetual up by 2.
Yep.
22-20.
Well, you were talking about yung percentage na nag-improve para dito sa UP. Well, because ang daming offensive rebounds.
Perpetual
Pero
Yeah.
Yung UP kanina ang dami ring minutes kasi kahit na may offensive rebounds sila, point blank. Even, Felicildas earlier had a really good look at the layup, but he missed that shot went up. But didn't go in.
It didn't really mean that they were getting a lot of more possessions.
Right.
Pero hindi naman nila nako-convert.
Right.
So 23-20 right now. How do you like this? Perpetual. I mean, we got to be honest with ourselves right now.
Yeah.
UP is favored.
Yeah.
But look at Perpetual. Sort of an underdog.
Right.
Pero here they are, up by 3. And UP ang naghahabol pa ngayon.
And so far, one thing also that contributed to Perpetual staying in this game is wala pang napapasok na 3-pointers ang UP.
Samantala, Mark Belmonte with a 3-pointer. Good way to announce his presence on the floor. And we got a tied game at 23.
First 3-pointer made for the Fighting Maroons.
Yung galing pa sa off the bench.
Yeah, off the bench pa galing kay
Na hindi
Belmonte.
pa naglaro sa buong first quarter. And forcing another turnover, UP as Perpetual touched the ball last before it went out of the baseline.
Tsaka, with Belmonte and Lopez taking shots, even in the other games that they played, alam mong lisensyadong tumira sa labas yung mga bigs ng UP. Well, that's gonna be a foul on Nunez.
Only first para kay Jericho Nunez.
Uh-huh.
Look at the referee explaining what exactly he did. That's why it did a contact call against him.
They're gonna get a pin down here for Felicildas.
Welcome to the second quarter. John hesitates with a three. Belmonte going inside. Diouf.
Oh, that's good defense by Nunez, yeah. Good defense by Nunez and Nitura staying inside the shaded area, anticipating that step going the right side. And just in case yung baseline spin on the low, pwede rin siyang tumulong.
And even the defense of Perpetual has drastically improved. It was just a shaky start for them.
Yeah.
Pero siguro most probably Coach Mike Sagigit sinabi, may dahilan kaya tayo nakarating dito.
Yeah.
And in fact sa ating NCAA group, sila yung number 1 eh.
Yeah.
Perpetual eh.
And
look at this.
And not that UP started out flat. Actually, very forceful yung start nila. No? They just couldn't convert those shots.
Yun lang, kumbaga parang gigil sila eh.
Yep.
They had to settle down and look at what's happening.
Right.
Nitura earlier with a drive, bringing Perpetual the lead again. Here they go, Perpetual, they lead by 2 as of the moment. Carlo Ferreras has found himself the guy with a hot hand, goes for it again, doesn't drop, and rebound to Youth. JD on the drive, JD puts it up, nope, Youth. And look at the way he's surrounded by Perpetual players, but he's fouled.
Yep.
Naku, pangalawa na yan ni John Abis.
He's got to watch it. Yung ang kailangan ring gawin ng Perpetual dito is to defend without fouling. No, the first drive ni JD Kagalangan was good. They didn't foul him. But on the second one, medyo mahirap dahil si Malik Diouf yung nandun na may hawak ng bola. And up close with that much height, high probability is gonna make those attempts.
Malik Diouf making the first free throw. He's got 4 in the ball game. Still 4. Ball decides to go out. That second free throw.
Malik leading in points and rebounds para dito sa Perpetual.
A steal by UP.
Yep.
Belmonte.
Wow.
Taking it strong. Earlier a 3 and now a drive for Mark Belmonte.
Yan ang gusto mo kay Mark Belmonte. Nakakatira sa labas, nakaka-penetrate and can finish through traffic.
Ito naman, kailangan makakuha rin sila ng mga foul sa kalaban eh.
Yeah.
So that's what they're trying to do here. Si Belmonte tinawagan ng foul.
Itong si Nunez, medyo malaki rin ang frame nito. Kayang-kaya makipagbungguan sa loob. And so, as he goes up against Malik Diouf, yun talaga ang pupuntahan niyang weapon niya. And he has to be able to box out, prevent Malik from getting to those rebounds. And at least to allow his teammates to gather those rebounds as well.
2 for Jericho Nunez. He's got 4 here in the first half. And we got a seesaw battle. Perpetual up by 1. Abadiano drives.
Good move.
Gets the baseline and the right space, protecting the ball.
And he saw that lane open up and so he took it. A little button hook cut ni JD Kagaluangan freed up that space and he just went there and got it.
And for several games, we saw Jerry Abadiano kind of struggling.
Yeah.
And something has got to happen for him, especially in an important game like this.
Oh yeah, but eventually, you know, Jerry's gonna get back into his groove.
Yep. And he completes a three-point play for UP. Now they're up by 2. Look at this. Pero for a little while, awak na ni Chelco Nunez na wala pa. Oh, what a move! Harold Alarcon trying to be creative. One Pinoy step after another.
Yeah, how about that behind the back? Ito si Alarcon is really a rebounding guard too. I mean, if he gets that board on an open floor, he's gonna push it and try to find a way to score.
Nunez will have to sit down. I do believe he's got 2 personal fouls. He's a very important player. He's a big guy. And he's also producing some points for Perpetual. Pero ito, Harold Alarcon messing with the first free throw. Sorry, free throws for UP. They're 10 of 16 right now. Pero 16 free throws being awarded UP. Only 5 for Perpetual. 2 missed free throws. Harold Alarcon will go back to the line. And their rebound story, yun pa rin. Doon nagdo-dominate itong Fighting Maroons.
Correct. Well, they're a +7 from an attempt standpoint.
Yeah.
Pero yung conversion, mas efficient ang conversion ng UP at 43% versus that of 30% lang for UP.
This time, Harold Alarcon making sure about his first free throw so far. Harold Alarcon, meron siyang 5 points in the ball game.
And the thing is, if you're going up against Perpetual with this close a game, you don't want to end up in a close game because sanay na sanay sa end game itong Perpetuals. I think there were 4 or 5 games na close out end games ang nangyari.
They know how to handle a sticky and tight situation of Perpetual. And they find themselves down by 4. UP up 31-27. Time down to 6 minutes and 28. We're still here in the first half, the second quarter. For a little while, just a few minutes ago, it was a seesaw battle. And now UP recovering again to lead by 4, 31-27. What's Perpetual? We know that they're going to be making the necessary adjustment, but they turn the ball over. Malik Diop is blocked from behind. He's got it back, and another shot block right there. Perpetual, the interior defense, making it so hard for UP, even at close range, to get an easy basket.
And you have to admire the effort of Perpetual inside the shaded area. I mean, 2 blocks right there and a challenge shot. I mean, kahit na ikaw yung bigs ng UP, mapapaisip ka, is there gonna be a shot block that's gonna come from behind? Unlike before, komportable, amin na to.
Yung mga susunod na plays, mag-hesitate na sila basta sa ilalim.
Yeah, kasi it doesn't mean na pumasa kasi inside the shaded area, you're gonna be free to take that shot. If you at the back of your mind, you know, somebody's gotta be up there to challenge my shot.
Coach Paul Perasol, Vice Chancellor Pato Gregorio is also present here in the venue. Yan po, syempre UP. Mga yan. Samantala, split charities here as UP up by 5. They led by as much as 8 points. That happened back in the first quarter a couple of times.
Right now, UP applying a full court defense to try and delay the set nitong Perpetual in the front court.
Hindi makatansya kasi yung kung pasa o tira eh. Samantala, ito JD Kagulangan takes it strong inside.
I think that's the very first time in a very long while we've seen JD attempt a fast break point.
Yes. Increasing their lead to 7 right now.
Actually, kanina nag-isip pa siya kung ipapasa niya after that outlet. He looked, di bale, ako na lang ang finish na to. Kasi kanina yung mga fast break point na, he was actually the one facilitating and giving those assists.
Well, alam mo naman ang gwardiya di ba? Pasa muna bago tira.
Oh, wow.
Cyrus Ventura buries a three-pointer. That's the 4th three-pointer for Perpetual that's keeping them in this ball game. Back-to-back naman para kay JD.
Right, I was gonna say that. That's a 5-point run there for JD Cagulangan. And with CJ Cancino in, this is much of a firepower guard here.
Oh,
Pati si Alarcon nandiyan pa.
36-30. Lamang ang UP.
And Coach Gold returning to his starters with Mark Belmonte replacing si Pablo. Good defense there by UP.
First infraction of that nature being called here in this ball game. Tough. Turned out to be real tough for Perpetual.
Yeah,
I was just about to make mention. Roque, wala pa siyang puntos para sa Perpetual.
Yeah, and he's good for roughly about 15 points per game.
Yes, yun nga eh. And another basket here.
And
so Cagulangan right now taking over para sa UP Fighting Maroons.
And JD just dissecting every defense that's put up in front of him.
Ito Roque offline with that three-pointer. Who's got it? Perpetual. Rare offensive rebound that we see para rito sa Altas. And then overshooting that three-pointer. Roque saves it. Here comes the floater. Hindi pa rin pumasok. Nakakapanginayang. That was Ramirez with a miss.
Number 0, June Roque, 4 personal foul. Penalty situation.
Did I hear that right?
4th, yeah.
4th?
Yep.
But and look at the time remaining. We're just here in the first half.
Yep, and he hasn't scored any point at all. No rebounds, no assists. So it's not like, parang wala siya dito sa game, no?
He's averaging 14.8 points per ball game. And now creating more scoring opportunities for UP as CJ Cancino at the line. Making the first free throw. And so many free throws given to UP in this ball game. And right now 2 for 2 for CJ Cancino. The largest advantage and lead para sa UP Fighting Maroons. 40-30. 4 minutes remaining here in the first half.
It's almost like a 10-0 run here in favor of UP.
Ball will stay with Perpetual. Lucky break for the Altas.
Yeah, you see Malik.
Big foul. Harold Alarcon. I thought it was just last touch.
Yeah. And I was gonna say, you see Malik Diouf being surrounded by all these guards of the Fighting Maroons, pero each one of them are rebounding guards.
Yep.
So kahit na sila makakuha, they can actually just push that ball in the front court and initiate a fast break.
In the meantime, they're looking for another big basket here. How about this baseline jumper? Air ball. And another shot clock violation called against Perpetual.
Well, since UP switched to zone, that's been all problems for Perpetual.
We got a timeout on the floor. 3.5 remaining and a 10-point lead for UP. We'll be right back.
The University of Perpetual Health System, DALTA Altas proved us that they can earn a spot in the semifinals of the Filoil EcoOil PreSeason Cup and won against the FEU Tamaraos last June 16. Sabi nga ni Coach Mike na ito raw yung hinahanap nilang laro. Kasi raw yung previous games nila kapag nilalabangan na raw na apektuhan ng players hanggang sa lumubog na raw sila. But this time, nakita raw ni Coach Mike na buo yung loob ng mga players na kapag crunch time, talagang lalaban sila. Dagdag din ni Coach Mike na it will be another game. Maraming learnings na nakuha at makukuha raw ulit. Kung ano ang mali, i-improve at kung ano naman ang maganda yun ang dadalhin nila. Dagdag din ni Jude Roque na hindi siya tinigil na mag-improve kasi big role siya sa pre-season na ito and sa upcoming season. Sabi rin niya na hindi siya nape-pressure kasi may followers sa sarili niya and sa teammates niya. I know, panel.
The right things are going para sa Perpetual, although this is UP right now leading by 12 points.
Yeah.
Laban sa Altas. Yun nga sila lang yung NCAA team na
Right.
pumasok dito sa ating pre-season cup. They're gonna be a force to reckon with
Right.
pag-resume ng new NCAA season.
Exactly. And so with the experience and the lessons that they learned here, you know, they're gaining it. But JD Cagulangan so far is accounting for 13 of the last 15 points of UP.
JD Cagulangan has 8 points in the ball game. A miss on that three-pointer. Kala ko, babanggitin na naman JD Cagulangan.
Yeah.
But yeah, the shot.
Naging aggressive na offensively bigla si JD, no?
Kaya nga Jello Rason. Cross court. Another three that they're going to be taking in this one, and it's offline. At tuloy ang laro. CJ Cancino. 11-point lead para sa Fighting Maroons. Cancino with a three.
You get that ball in the post on a big with Malik Diouf and shooters all around. Options everywhere for Malik and UP.
That's a report kanina ni Arla talking to Coach Mike Sagigit, the ability of his boys now to make comeback.
Yeah.
Well, kailangan nila double the
mukhang
effort right
kailangan
now.
nila.
Iwanan sila. And look at
Exactly.
this, the denial and the rejection by Malik Diouf. Over at the other side, CJ Cancino, back-to-back three-pointer.
Wow. Well, you were talking about that block by Malik Diouf. How about that rim run, getting the first guy on the floor, but CJ just blowing up here in the second. As we see that three right here of that flare, on that kick by Malik Diouf. And how about this one? Another kick, open three in transition. Bam! CJ finishing it.
Back here in this ball game, and they're trying to break away. UP Fighting Maroons against University of Perpetual. Here in the first semifinals game that we have later on, De La Salle will be going up against the defending champions ng ating Filoil EcoOil PreSeason Cup, NU Bulldogs. That's also something to look forward to. Malik Diouf coming up with his own steal. And everything going the way of UP.
And not the way you want to start. Yeah.
Oh, Malik Diouf coming up with a shot block. How do you recover from that? Grabe.
A dunk on one end and a shot block on the other by the same guy.
Almost another shot block right there for Malik Diouf.
And look at that.
The receive. Yun nga lang, the miss on the layup.
Pero gusto mo yung effort niya doon, Benji, ano?
Yes, of course naman.
Dumipensa ka na, ikaw pa unang bumaba.
Akala ko nga, idadunk niya na lang
Oo
uli.
nga, correct.
Nevertheless, UP made the necessary stop that they want, as they are up now by 19. It just keeps on getting bigger and bigger for UP. John Felicilda with a 10-second shot clock. Thought about it. Cherry Abadiano, the long two. It goes in. Shots, they're finding the marks of Fighting Maroons. 25 seconds to play here in the first half. Perpetual down 21. How do you recover from that? What kind of pep talk is Coach Mike Sagigit going to tell his players at the half? And a steal again for UP here. CJ Cancino leisurely banks the shot.
And the Fighting Maroons really just pouring it on.
Man. Well, they're taking the fight out of Perpetual, and we're just here, just about to end the first half. $23-point lead for UP. 2 quarters done. Truly a magnificent job for the Fighting Maroons, especially here in the second quarter. How about scoring 36 big points in 1 quarter? That's the Fighting Maroons. Well, basically, we're just at the half. We'll be right back. We are at the half, and of course we're back here at the Filoil EcoOil Centre in San Juan. It's the semi-finals. 4 teams are left. Who's going to the finals? Who's going to play battle for third? At least for this one, it's the biggest lead erected by UP at the hands of University Perpetual, 56-33. Big 23-point lead. Big output in the second quarter of 36. And only limiting Perpetual to only 14 points. And of course, the turnovers is not also helping out the cause of Perpetual. They manage actually to taste the lead. They led by as much as 3 points. And then after that, JD Cagulangan just doing a lot of JD Cagulangan ways, and he seems to be unstoppable. And CJ Cancino with quite the finesse, hitting a couple of outside shots and really lifting their morale and spirits at the end of the first 2 quarters. Coach Mike!
Well, boy, the percentages of makes for UP really improved as the second quarter went along. Like you pointed out kanina, si JD Cagulangan started that run. Tinapos ni CJ Cancino. Malik Diouf went down and sat, and they took advantage of it. But however, because of that run, balik ulit ang lamang dito sa UP. Rebounds really has been a key factor in this game. 32 versus 23. And nakikita naman natin yung offensive rebounds kanina at 1 point. Mas marami pa yung offensive kaysa sa defensive rebounds. No? They were sharing the ball. The defense was there. 8 versus 2 in favor of UP. And how about this? 4 turnovers only for UP. Samantalang they forced Perpetual into 14 turnovers, leading to 19 points of those turnovers.
Meron ka pa nakitang kanina na isang departamento
Yeah, points,
in the paint.
Yeah, it's 26-4 in favor of UP.
Well, as we take a look at Cancino and Cagulangan, both with 10 points. Ferreras over for Perpetual with his 9. Nitura with only 5. Boral with 4. Roque, 0, has 4 fouls. Man, oh man, when those problems start to pile up, I don't know. Itong Perpetual could always come up with some magic, to the amazement of a lot of people. Sabi nga natin, the only surviving NCAA team dito sa ating PreSeason Cup, at sanay sila pagkadikitan. No? Kailangan makadikit sila rito. Later on, ayan, makikita natin itong playoff round natin. LaSalle is going to take the challenge nga of NU on defending champions. And then we'll have the finals and a battle for third this coming Wednesday. We'll also start at 2 o'clock dito po sa Filoil EcoOil Centre in San Juan. We're expecting a lot of people to come, and we're expecting it's going to be loud.
Yep.
Yes. And parang kailan lang, May 6 nag-start tayo, and now 4 na lang sila natitira.
Yeah. And kailan lang nag-start tayo kahapon? Father's Day.
Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day to everyone. Belated.
Yan.
Saan kayo nagpunta?
Stay at home lang. Marami yatang tao sa labas. Puro pa deliver na lang. Pero dito nga, ito ang ating venue. Ay, bahala na kayo kung makakita kayo ng parking.
Medyo hirap ang parking. This place is gonna be really full, including that second game.
Where there's a will, there's a way. Sabi nga nila.
Hanapan ng paraan.
Yes. Pagka gusto, gagawa ng paraan. Diba? Kasi pagka ayaw, maraming dahilan.
Right.
Anyway, we're just about to bring you the action here in the third period. Let's see how University Perpetual, several times they managed to make a comeback down by this much, 23-point advantage para sa UP Fighting Maroons. Well, as they say, as long as it's not over, as long as the game is still going on, there's still a fight for a team who may be down.
But that huge second quarter run with those 36-14-point production between these two, napakalaking bagay para dun sa Fighting Maroons.
See, they also are doing their thing on defense. The umbrella defense on Harold Alarcon. And right now, Perpetual, another shot block by Malik Diouf. And Mark Belmonte, and 1!
And Mark Belmonte just kept on moving in open floor, getting that run in and that finish on the 2-foot stop. Boy, you love Mark Belmonte. Right now hasn't missed from the field yet. He's 3 out of 3 from the field, 2 out of 2 from 2, and 1 out of 1 from 3. He's got 8 points so far.
Christian Pagaran, who committed that foul, goes back to the bench. he had the first basket for Perpetual.
Mhm.
Pero that was it.
Yeah. Pero the huge stat that they're actually missing is si Roque. You know,
Yeah,
those
yeah,
15 points and 5 rebounds and 1 assist could spell the difference in that run kung nakapunto si Roque.
In the meantime, a foul is going to be called on Belmonte here.
And you have to give credit to the defense actually of UP, keeping in check the main point guy para dito sa Perpetual.
Ben Cyrus Nitura only has 5 points in this game.
Tsaka ito talaga naging problema lang. This zone defense has caused them problems and unable to set up their half-court sets.
Well, how about that three-pointer? Kailangan nila.
Yeah.
That's their 6th actually. 6 of 18 sila when it comes to shooting from beyond the arc.
Kailangan nila talaga makakonvert sa labas.
But they also have to make some stops.
Right.
Boy, that's going to be a lot of
Right.
stops that they need to make a big comeback in this ball game.
Exactly, and we were talking about it off air kanina that when Perpetual made that run was when Malik Diouf was actually resting at the start of the second quarter. And so now you have to find a way to make that run even if Malik is inside the floor.
Here's Harold Alarcon. He's going to be shooting free throws. Harold Alarcon with 6 points. Still 6 points. He's got 3 rebounds and 2 assists. Harold Alarcon is averaging 13 points per ball game.
And didn't we mention earlier na itong mga guards ng UP are actually rebounding guards as well. So it's not just Malik who's getting for those glass.
60-36, a 24-point lead for UP.
Tawa naman si Malik Diouf. Naka full court press ka. They passed the ball to that wing. He closed out strong. Nakagwardya pa rin eh. No? Yung iba nakaantay na lang sa inside the shaded area when you're that big.
Another three-pointer under the basket. Shelo Lason.
Now this is the kind of start that Coach Mike Sagigit would want for his team. 2 out of 2 from 3. But you gotta stop.
Cancino, Ikatambola, JD trying to get closer, firing away. The banking shot is a miss. Perpetual. Opportunity for them to score. Do they want to score big right away?
Oh, wow.
Naku. And it's not helping their cause when you commit a turnover just like that.
Lalo not unforced. No? I mean, hindi naman ganun ka aggressive masyado yung defense. It really was just standing in front of him.
15 turnovers. Perpetual.
Well, that's gonna be an offensive
foul.
Gumalaw ka agad kasi si Mark, hindi niya inantay na.
That's number 3 in Belmonte. It's going to be lifted here by Aldous Torculas.
Doon mo makikita importance ng timing when you screen, when you move. Because if you move almost simultaneous, it's gonna be offensive foul.
There's another three-pointer. Live and die with those three-pointers for Perpetual, but they got to make, rather come up with offensive rebounds. But how can you with Malik Diouf right there in the middle?
Correct.
Ito, they made a stop. But it's not necessarily a stop. It's just those kind of misses para rito sa UP.
There you go.
Teka muna, don't count them out yet.
Yeah. And John Avis actually has higher percentage from 3 than in 2. So for him to get going, this is gonna be really good para sa kay Coach Mike.
8 3-point shots made by Perpetual. Nitura with a miss. Bothered by the presence there of Malik Diouf. CJ. And a couple of those back-to-back three-pointers before we ended the first half.
Second
Offensive rebound.
Another one? Nope. Good thing they were able to control it that time.
Jello. Another 3 on its way. Good boxing out right there by Aldous Torculas. And then they throw the ball away the other side.
Doon mo makikita yung difference ng bigs eh. Nung bumaba na yung fast break para sa Perpetual, si John Avis was still staying in the backcourt. Kung UP yun, nakababa si Malik Diouf.
Lead has been cut down to 18. 6.5 remaining.
Little man defense here.
Open look. Firing away. Falls short.
UP now switching to man.
Sa midsection yata inabot. Ito si Malik Diop is holding on
Right.
to his abdomen.
Kasi as that ball got swung to the wing, he was trying to get to a high-low set underneath. Na-foul lang siya.
Kagulangan.
Oh, wow.
Can't hit it though. Perpetual. Oh, nice cut. Oh, those shots. Pero pagka nakikita pa lang si Malik Diop, nagbabago yung tira eh.
Yeah.
JD for three!
That's the second time that JD took a shot. The first one kanina on that side ball screen, confusion, sino kukuha. Ito walang kumuha, tira, libre talaga.
And that's the fourth three-pointer for UP. Two of them galing kay CJ Cancino. It's also that Mark Belmonte who started with that three-point basket for UP.
And Perpetual can't get to their triangle set here with that man. Look at this shot by JD. Nobody on him. That defense was late. Saw nothing but nylon at the end of it.
13 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists for JD Kagulangan.
Good backdoor.
And they got to make those baskets, huh? JP Boral just came back into this ball game. He's got 6. Raylan Torres naman getting his first basket.
Raylan Torres staying in control inside the shaded area.
Challenge was there. Ball will stay for Perpetual.
14 seconds on the shot clock.
Well, the good thing here is at least see Perpetual keeping in pace from a quarter point production. They're only down 2 points, 9 and 7, but they still gotta be able to make some more runs para mabalikan yung deficit na nasa kanila ngayon.
Eh para sila magma-mountain climbing dito.
Correct, correct, exactly. And now's a good time to do it without Malik on the floor.
Yeah. And with plenty of time remaining, halfway here in the third period. There you go. So JP Boral has got 8 points in the ball game. Lead has been cut down to 19. But this is too easy. JD Kagulangan was burying them. It is 15 points right now here in the third.
Ang right-handed player talaga, pag nilagay mo sa kanan and drives middle and maganda yung footwork, that defense just gonna blow by if he's going left. Good backdoor again.
Nice pass.
Little bit confusion there sa switching coverage para sa UP. Perpetual able to exploit it.
Very good. It's going to be a foul on Raylan Torres here.
Look at that. That really is coming out of the pinch post action of yung triangle offense. Clear back door after that pin down.
Boral Torazon connection.
Yeah.
That time for Perpetual.
Almost looked like a fake screen, a fake pin down.
Jello will be given a rest by Coach Mike Sagigit.
And Roques on the floor.
Mailap yung bola.
Yeah.
Ferreras. Shot clock down to 8. Foul on Turkulas. Penalty.
Yeah.
On UP. Free throws for Perpetual. This could also help their cause here to make a comeback.
I actually like this guy, Boral. He's been very aggressive, at least in the past 2 games that I got to cover him. And, kita mo lumalaban talaga yung bata. He was crucial in that squeaker of a game against FEU. Crucial siya doon. And so he's got to be able to do the same if they want to advance into the finals here.
and taking every opportunity to make baskets. He missed the first free throw. Gets the second one to go for JP Boral. He's in double figures.
Grabe ang depth ng guards ng UP. Imagine, you have JD Cagulangan resting, but you have Felicilda and Abadiano on the floor at the same time naman.
Minsan nagre-ready ka sa yung klase ng opensa na wala ron.
Yeah.
Yung iniiwasan mo na matindi sa depensa.
Correct.
And then all of a sudden, nawala na rin yung play na gusto ninyo.
Right. At saka sabi natin, di ba, habang wala si Malik, sige, take advantage of this Perpetual, but we forgot si Gagateng nasa loob.
Yeah.
Who also can run the floor and make, defensive stops.
Yung wings naman, nagkakaproblema sila.
Uh-huh.
And JD Cagulangan still doing the same way he has been doing it since the first half.
That's right, and boy.
Ito pa, Francis Lopez. And how about that putback by Seven Gagate, who has not seen action until now. And then he made the basket. 7-1-49. They got to make a lot of stops. And Perpetual, UP naman will have to continue scoring at will. Carlo Ferreras with a three-pointer. For Perpetual, that's already their ninth. They're 9 of 24 shooting three-pointers in this game.
Oh, wow.
Wow! Yun ang masakit. Not
Yeah.
being able to score, not the usual numbers.
Yeah.
And then you foul out in the most important game like this in the semis.
Uh-huh.
Yun lang talaga there. Those days na hindi maiwasan.
Well, I guess it's easier said than done to be defending without fouling, lalo na with this much firepower of UP. You really are going to be forced to do long closeouts, to stick to your man. Minsan magpa-foul ka as you do that. And unfortunately, Roque was just one of those guys that had to go out because of fouls.
And this is basically a kind of an experience para rito sa Perpetual. I mean, during the regular seasons of the NCAA,
Right.
you getting into the playoffs,
Right.
they're battling it out in the semifinals. They never really gone so deep in their campaign in the previous NCAA seasons.
Yeah. And both ends of the floor, I think Perpetuals actually got their work cut out for themselves. I mean, even if they make UP miss a shot, offensive rebounds naman na makukuha nila. Well, you get the numbers. 20 offensive rebounds out of the 43 rebounds in total of UP.
Parang sila lang naglalaro. That's a
Right.
forced situation right there.
Yeah.
Raylan Torres is going to be called for this foul.
Raylan right there caught dipping a little bit his shoulder on the chest of the defender from Perpetual.
The lead is 21 for the Fighting Maroons. 2 minutes and 16 remaining. Is it going to be so agonizing for Perpetual? We still have the fourth quarter. Just when we thought they're going to be making a comeback. And every time this happens, pag wala si Malik
Right.
Diop at saka pa, ito pa, Francis Lopez with a shot block again. Pero a three-pointer here.
Just when you thought it was safe to go outside, Francis Lopez was right there to clean it up.
And a JP Boral rather, with a three-pointer. Lead cut down to 18. Almost for Francis Lopez on that tip. Herreras floats it. Nope. Gets a rebound for Perpetual. Ikot ang bola. Boral with a three. And that's just about it.
Yeah, Perpetual really just rushing it right now. They got to be able to settle down. They want to make a huge comeback here.
Francis Lopez tips back his own miss.
Field goal attempt, offensive rebound, field goal made. That's really just the stat right there.
Only the fourth point for Francis Lopez here in this game. How do you like this lead right now? 20 points. And then a stop. 7 Gagate. Now Felicilda going Gagate for the layup.
Boy, the bigs off. UP able to keep step with perimeter defenders and just running the open floor.
Seven Gagate has got 6 points in the game. The luxury of exchanging baskets with your opponent when you are up big. It all happened back in the second period, diba?
Right.
In 36-point output in 1 quarter.
Well, look at this. UP was able to force Perpetual to 16 turnovers, resulting in 19 turnover points. That's pretty huge.
A third shot clock violation called against Perpetual here in this semi-final game. There's still 2 seconds remaining. It would have count even if it made it. But nevertheless, another convincing and great quarter here by the UP Fighting Maroons. Perpetual having a tough time. Who to guard? They might be making their baskets. They might be executing their gameplays here. But how do you stop when everybody can score at will? Even like Seven Gagate just checked in here for the 3rd period. So we still have the 4th quarter coming up. UP 79, Perpetual 55. And so we're here in the 4th quarter, finding out who will be the first team to move and play in the finals, which will be happening this coming Wednesday. Mamaya ang Lasal at NU. UP leading big. Nothing much has changed, oh. 23-22 nga quarter scoring. Pero ang difference talaga nung second period, yung 36-14 na yan eh.
Oh, wow. What a play.
Francis Lopez. And we're nearing a show.
That's it. You just gotta keep on playing.
Yes.
And see how this goes. I mean, let's not forget, we saw that game with that Ateneo game. You remember that one?
Tsaka ito na yung last-ditch effort na to eh.
Buhos na dapat to.
Jerry Abadi. Oh! Firing a three-pointer. And for UP, that's only their 5th three-pointer. They're 5 of 16 from beyond the arc. Samantala, ang Perpetual, ganun na nga eh. In order for them to catch up, live and die with those three-pointers.
Oh, wow.
And Francis Lopez. Yep. Having his way inside, attacking the baseline. And all of a sudden, Francis Lopez, he's got 8 points.
Look
in
at
the
this.
ball game.
Look at this. Even if they get into their triangle action, that huge guy in the middle of Seven Gagate making it challenging for Perpetual to even execute.
Tsaka yun pa nga yun eh. How long can you be so accurate with your three-pointers? Samantala, ito parang nagra-round robin na lang ang UP Fighting Maroons here.
Well, this is what, an 8-2 run, if I'm not mistaken?
And for Perpetual, never has it been that they were down this big in the whole preseason tournament.
Right.
Ito naman yung problema nga, sabi natin, sanay sila na dikit ang
Close
laro.
games, right.
Pero pag kanilayoan sila, we didn't know how they're going to be reacting until now.
Yeah. Sabi nga ng mga coaches, if you're up against a really good, strong team, you just have to be able to, dikit lang yung laban.
Yes,
you don't
totoo
have to have a big lead. Keep the game close and give yourselves a chance to beat them at the end. But right now, this game was blown wide open in favor of UP.
Second place finisher ang UP.
Yeah.
Battled it out in the finals a couple of 2 consecutive years, di ba?
And in this 16th season of Filoil, I mean, they could have been number 1 if only kundi sila natalo sa Lasal. That's their only loss in the eliminations.
Cyrus Litura with that mid-range, 7 points for him. Lopez off balance, looking for a call. Ito naman ang Perpetual. Was going to take a shot. Terreras with a miss on that 3. Pelicilda.
And it's even dangerous if you're missing shots on your offensive side of the floor. Kasi immediately, outlet, push run, pasok athleticism ng mga players ng UP, and you have to be able to catch up. Kaya mahirap pagka hindi ka efficient from a point production if you're Perpetual. You have to be able to make those shots so that you give you a chance to go down and defend.
Did we really expect semifinals? These are the 4 strong teams who survived several weeks of competition. And look at Francis Lopez. Ayaw lang madakdakan din ni JP Boral, but he defended well. He stood on his ground. And right now, open look, another 3-pointer here. And Jello sinks a 3-pointer.
After making 2 in the second quarter in a row, this is just the first time na nakita natin siya nakatres.
Perpetual, they're going to be taking a look at the stats that they have here. 11 3-point shots.
Yeah.
I don't believe they ever had that much in their previous games here sa ating PreSeason Cup.
Exactly.
Here comes another stop by Perpetual. Still a lot of time here. That could have been big, but they had an offensive rebound here. Litura. Oh, blocked by Sean Alter.
Well, that could be one part of the game of Perpetual.
Oh,
man!
Francis Lopez most probably bothered a couple of times. He went for a drive, no call.
Yep.
Ayun na. Pinakita niya na yung frustration. Ref, dadaktak ko na.
Yeah, and you know what kanina I was gonna say na yung unang steal niya kanina, he was going for that dunk, but this time, he was right there on time for that slam of finish. Boy, and when you talk about athleticism and the way this guy has grown for UP under.
It's kasi ang tawag dito, you're getting that effect on you na hindi natatawag ng referee yung gusto mong mangyari. So most probably sabi niya, might as well go for my own destiny here. Might as well make my own play.
Yeah, tsaka plays like those, it's kind of like an exclamation point every time na nade-deliver. It's just 2 points, but iba yung impact niya sa game.
Well, just in case UP will go on to play in the finals, that's going to be really something to wait for.
Right.
It's going to be there's going to be a big anticipation in that ball game, especially with those kind of shows.
Yep.
The aerial shows that we're going to see. Not just most probably dito kay Francis Lopez. Sean Alter can also do those kind of things.
Right.
Here he is, just changing hands, using his left hand, banks it in.
And the next season of UAAP is going to be very interesting as you have the young players now developing as they go up in the college ranks.
It's another three-pointer. If only those kind of shots were going in very early. If only, especially in the second quarter.
Yeah.
Parang medyo nawala sila ron eh. Nag-panic sila. If only those kind of shots were going in. That's 12 three-point shots made here by Perpetual.
And you know these guys are really just controlling the board right now.
Yeah, yun pa isa doon. The rebound story tells a lot, favoring UP in this ball game.
24 offensive rebounds.
Grabe.
Wow.
94-65. Mahina na ako sa math, Coach Mike.
Hindi pa doon. It's coming in bunches, no? Hindi yung Mintes, rebound, baba. Hindi, Mintes, rebound, Mintes, rebound, rebound. So it's in succession, eh. And so you see that control and dominance inside for the glass para dito sa Fighting Maroons.
Sabi nga, gaining some experience, especially in this kind of a fight. Para sa, ano naman eh, hindi naman nila makakatakpo na uli itong UP, di ba?
Right.
But it truly has been very beneficial para sa Perpetual.
Yeah, tsaka yung game ng Perpetual against FEU, that was a squeaker, pero
Exactly.
you know, they earned this slot right here.
Sila nga ay nakasurvive lang, ano?
Correct.
That was really a close ball.
Oh, wow!
Sabi sa'yo eh! Sabi sa'yo!
And that's bound to happen right there.
I knew
Out
it!
there. Woo. Interior passes by the bigs for UP have been making this possible. Look at that. Squeezed inside that pass by Pablo for that clean jam from Alter.
Alam mo yung soft dunk kanina na pinasimulan ni Malik Diouf. And then finally, Francis Lopez. And then Sean Alter.
Right.
Diba? Parang pelikula yan eh. Diba? Ito yung tapos na, yung simula teaser, naging main movie.
Right.
And then finally, next attraction.
Yeah.
And yung stages.
Yeah, you gotta tip your hats off din dito sa Perpetual. Ano? They were able to stay in control in close games, able to win it. But, you know, when the big games come, these challenges are really up there for you to overcome.
Wow. That was kind of hard foul.
Yeah.
By JP Boral.
Well, may kasama ng frustration
Graduate na
rin
rin.
doon. Yeah. May kasama ng frustration doon.
Roque and Boral fouling out for Perpetual. And here's Chico Briones.
And I remember in one of the interviews of Coach Christian Luanzon and the post-game interviews that we have here.
Ano to? Meron ba? Oh, Mark Belmonte. On foul out of the game. Anspo sa ganito kalaking lamang. That's a 33-point lead. And sometimes these kids, kaya siguro ako naiintindihan ko eh. Na there's a head coach and there are a lot of assistant coaches. Na kanya-kanyang may role sila to handle the players.
I mean, you know, itong Perpetual could really just be a little bit of frustration too. You know, having had that run in the second quarter.
Kaminsan ganun na rin siguro yan, no?
Bigla ang bumulusok itong Fighting Maroons.
May physicality na ng konti, di ba?
Yeah, laki ng 36-14 discrepancy in the second quarter. I mean, you were down by just one.
Yun eh.
After the first quarter. And to give up 36 points in the following quarter, that's just demoralizing, so to speak, for the Perpetual team.
So with this time remaining, 2 minutes and 37 or 2 minutes and 35 right now. And from the looks of things, it's going to be the UP Fighting Maroons who will get that final slot. For Perpetual, kasi yung matatalo dun sa second game, yun ang makakalaban ng Perpetual in a battle for third. And for Perpetual to be defeated this way, ganito kalaki lamang, and knowing sila lang yung NCAA team, I wonder how they're going to be approaching that ball game, the battle for third, you know?
And for all you know, UP wants to send a message to whoever's going to win the next game between De La Salle and NU that, you know, we're coming after you. Ito, isa sa mga players pa na ang laki rin ng upside. Ito si Briones para kay Coach Goldwyn.
Oh, yes. Luis Pablo natawagan ng foul.
I want to take this chance, Bench, to say thank you to Benjamin Cruzate of Sol Victoria in Tagaytay. That's where we celebrated Father's Day yesterday. I mean, kung first time mo sa Tagaytay and you don't wanna mess up the choice of food, go to Sol Victoria. It's really good food, good view, and really good staff. You know, go and visit it if you have a chance.
At saka yun yung malapit sa inyo, you know?
Oh yeah, syempre. Tagaytay is our go-to place. Yung kung sa Norte Baguio, sa amin Tagaytay. Always that first stop. High probability is gonna be Sol Victoria. I think they have a branch here in BF also in Parañaque. So if you guys have that. And Ben Cruzate is, gusto ko siya because he's very hands-on when it comes to attending to the customers.
Very good.
The food's really good, man. Hindi ko na sasabihin isa-isa pero sobrang sarap lang. Nag-enjoy kami doon.
So biglang ka muna, cheat ka sa diet mo.
Oh yeah. Well, it's not just me. Everybody cheated yesterday.
UP in the century mark, 67 for Perpetual. 99 seconds remaining in this ball game. They're taking a look at this play here. Bigyan natin somehow, nagkakaroon na ng konting physicality. Perpetual, they might be getting kind of frustrated. Samantala. Okay. Let's just try to end this ball game. We can still call this a sport. 167. LaSalle versus NU ang susunod. UP.
Yeah.
Ang mag-aabang kung sino makakalaban nila this coming Wednesday. The finals. Grabe naman yung aasahan natin dun sa next ball game natin.
Yep.
Isang team na walang talo.
Yeah.
Yung isa ang defending champion ng PreSeason Cup. So you don't want to miss out. We'll bring it to you live dito po sa Filoil EcoOil Arena sa ating live streaming na ginagawa.
Well, one thing's for sure, Bench, come the finals on Wednesday, this place is gonna be filled.
Yep, for sure. And we gotta brace ourselves also. It's gonna be loud in here.
Oh, yeah.
You gotta be ready for all those kind of things.
I'm parking overnight. I'm not going home. Puno na ito sigurado, Bench.
Well, it's either that or you could be here by 7 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, yeah. And do little warm-ups before the game.
So finishing touches here. UP Fighting Maroons was actually in the second quarter. And the rebounds that they have managed to have an advantage against Perpetual. That's really the telling story here. As for Perpetual, they fought valiantly. And we thought they could manage to make another comeback.
Yeah.
It's the way they were able to do in their previous games. We saw how tough they could be. Number one in the NCAA group sa ating PreSeason Cup. And they command a lot of respect.
Yeah. So, malanging factor dito is actually si Malik Diouf. We were talking about him earlier. But, you know, whoever wins the next game is going to have his hands full. Because you have the Phillips brothers and as well as Omar John for NU that you will go up against.
Ayan na. Kumbaga, meron ng teaser si Coach Mike para sa inyo sa ating susunod na ball game. How do you like this? What I truly love here is that yung kulay nila pare-pareho.
Yeah.
They might make the mistake, who is Perpetual, who is UP here?
Yeah.
Well, a win para rito sa University of the Philippines Fighting Maroons, surviving and winning over University of Perpetual Health System DALTA Altas 104-69. UP will be in the finals. Perpetual will be in the battle for third. Ang ating best player of the game, Coach Mike.
Malik Diouf really was the man in the middle.
Best rebounder.
Best rebounder, yeah.
Best
rebounder, it's
pala.
Malik Diouf, yeah. There's really that man in the middle that imposed his presence in the shaded area.